My camera just gonna change like that, and just like, yeah,
welcome to College Football Showdown. KT camera is off. So
welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown.
I think
am
your
the
mic
governor
might
of
have
college
changed
football,
too, but I'm not too sure.
and with me, as always, is my co-pilot Jalen. It did change. That was a great catch. Alrighty, here we go. All right, the microphone's good, camera's good. Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football. And with me, as always, is my co-pilot Jalen Wilson. We're going to start today's episode on more of a somber note. The college football community lost a real one, an absolute real one, and we want to, from CFB Nation and College Football Showdown, we want to give our deepest condolences to his family. Like I said earlier, college football truly lost a good one. And we're going to talk about the top 10 SEC quarterbacks and some bounce-back programs heading into this year. But we need to just take a moment and recognize on March 4th, 2026, college football lost a real one. One of the greatest voices, motivators, and champions, Lou Holtz. Coach Lou Holtz passed away at the age of 89 in Orlando, surrounded by his loving family after a remarkable life that touched countless players, coaches, and fans. From his early days, turned the programs around at William and Mary, which is only like an hour and a half away from me, NC State, and I believe he was at Minnesota as well. He really changed a lot of people's lives. He gave Charlie Strong one of the greatest compliments. He said, I've had a lot of great coaches, assistant coaches, but the one who worked the hardest was Charlie Strong. He's remembered for that year that they went undefeated in 1988, and that was the last year that Notre Dame won their last national championship, but 249 wins in college football. And the crazy thing is that a lot of people talk about that first death, like when you coaching or you're playing, when you retire, that's kind of like a first death. But he had such a remarkable years as a broadcaster, as an analyst. Like, we remember him in studio on ESPN halftime during the games. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of our favorite memories of Lou Holtz. But like I said, you cannot tell the story of college football without Lou Holtz. And I thought that it was a must, an absolute must, that we open up the show and dedicate the show to him. Jalen, I want to ask you, what was one of your favorite Lou Holtz memories? I have quite a few, but what was like one that you remember? And I know that when he was coaching, you weren't quite alive yet. I was able to see some of that, but I know you remember him as a broadcaster and analyst in studio at ESPN. And I'm sure there's a bunch of moments, but what was your favorite moment of Lou Holtz?
It's not really a moment that he did. It's just like all together. Like, I just remember my dad always praising Lou Holtz as such a great coach because he is a Notre Dame fan. Like,
yeah, so is my dad.
That's Lou Holtz. Like, you gotta listen to Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz know what he's saying. Like, Lou Holtz is. My dad is like one of the people, like, if you talk bad about his team, you really don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
So, but Lou Holtz was like, he can talk a little bad about Notre Dame, but it was that because Lou Holtz. And I just remember my dad watching this show a lot during like College Football Saturdays and during whenever he just watched ESPN. So yeah, like that's all my favorite memories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got quite a few. One of them, I of course I wasn't there because I don't remember it, but hearing players saying what that first team meeting was like when he walked into the building, because he's a guy of a little stature, and he walked into the meeting and players kind of had their hats to the back and they're kind of leaning in their seats and chilling, and he told them to like sit up, tighten up, feet to the floor, let's lock in. And that's kind of personifies who he was. Did you ever see the rant with him and the young intern? Go watch it after this. I think he was doing something for NBC, and like the intern was just messing up. He's like, man, y'all hire these girls. They don't know nothing about college football. And the intern was just trying to like, like mic him up with the wireless, like the lapel mic. That's one of the moments. Him and Ryan Day going back and forth was beautiful. But you just remember him being a disciplinarian, a guy from West Virginia, and he told his story that like he grew up in a house with like one bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like literally one bedroom, and that he would want seconds and couldn't ask for seconds. So he's just one of those figureheads that, when I think of college football, Lou Holtz is definitely one of those first thoughts for me, just because I remember him. I remember him when he retired at Notre Dame. Just telling it how it is. I think when you start looking at the early, because college football hasn't been nearly covered as the NFL. You and I both know that. But just one of those voices that when you are watching ESPN, just somebody you trusted because they was going to tell it like it is, whether it was a team that he was formerly affiliated with, you just knew you was going to get that real from Lou Holtz. And that's what I think, I will remember him most, just keeping it real and giving you that real. So rest in peace to Lou Holtz. They're having, which I think is really cool, an open funeral. So anybody's able to go. I think it's on March 15th at Notre Dame. So I think that's really cool that they're doing that. So yeah, but him and Ryan Day back and forth were hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, man. Imagine somebody of that age, early 90s, telling you that your team is soft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about our top 10 SEC quarterbacks. Shout out to Nino. We do a lot of these type of things, and we're going to talk about this further because we got a bunch of people that submitted. Like, we do a top 25 poll every week, and we'll do our first ones, post-spring ones, and we all poll and we all vote on it. Jalen's top 10 quarterbacks in the SEC is going to look much different from my quarterbacks. We may get in a couple of arguments here and there, may throw a couple punches. It's okay. But let's talk about our top 10.
Don't know why. My list is perfect.
All right. No such thing, but okay. All right, so talk to me about your top 10 quarterbacks, brother. So I believe Jalen, whenever we do the show, is always double dipping. He's always at work, and he's one of the bosses.
Oh, you good? You good? You good? I'm good.
You good? All right. So give me your top 10 quarterbacks. Let's talk about it.
So number one, my bad. I'm over here messaging somebody. Number one, I got Gunnar Stockton.
All right. Talk to me about Gunnar Stockton.
I mean, what he showed me last year, resilient, clutch, better than what I thought he was.
Yeah, he certainly had his moments.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't really believe in Gunnar Stockton. He not all that well. He not gonna get the job done. But I honestly feel like he did. It was just a couple moments last year where I feel like, the defense wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was one of their weaker
years. Was that
years
just this past season?
Nah, I think
was that just this past season?
Yeah, it was this past season. They struggled. Like, even the Ole Miss game that they won during regular season, Ole Miss was putting up points in bunches, and finally the defense was able to muster up some stops in the fourth quarter. So yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm like, I don't know how good of an upgrade he'll be from Carson Beck. I was like, I don't know if he even be an upgrade from Carson Beck, and I feel like he was at least compared to.
That's a great question. Is Gunnar better than?
Is Gunnar better than Stetson?
Yeah.
As a quarterback, yes.
Yeah.
All time, he can't be because Stetson got the two championships.
He got those. Yeah. 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 I like him.
But if you tell me who I'm taking Stetson. Not Stetson. Gunnar.
Like
7 days.
Just from an intangible standpoint, you're taking Gunnar Stockton. So, do you think that Gunnar Stockton was better for UGA than? I just drew a blank.
Carson Beck?
Yeah, Carson Beck.
I want to say yeah, but I'm not too sure. But just because Carson Beck's first year wasn't that bad.
His second year statistically wasn't that bad. It was just a turnover.
It wasn't.
Trust me, Nino. Yeah. We're gonna get to that. We're definitely gonna get to that. Don't even trip. We're gonna get to that.
No, because I had Trinidad at 2.
Yeah, so why did you have Gunnar over Trinidad Chambliss?
Because I could have said the same thing for Trinidad, right? Gene, resilient, can make all those. But a trust factor, I trust Gunnar going into this year more than Trinidad. which is crazy because Trinidad showed up so much last season.
I mean, damn, bro. What more did bro have to do to gain trust factor from you, dog? Like I understand you're not an arch fan, but I don't understand how Gunnar Stockton, and I like Gunnar Stockton. I just don't understand how he's above, because I know you're not an arch guy. I'm an arch guy. But I don't understand how you have him above Gunnar Stockton. I feel like Trinidad Chambliss made Ole Miss better.
Well, I did message you. I did message you that I could have changed one. It's like it was either or for 1 and 2.
Okay. It shouldn't have been either or. It shouldn't be. And I like Gunnar Stockton, and I will stand up for Gunnar Stockton because I know some of my peers that aren't the biggest Gunnar Stockton fans. But I was with you. I didn't have high hopes heading into the season, but I had high hopes for the staff, of course, and what Georgia's able to do as a program. But there were games like the Tennessee game. Like points, Tennessee scored a 3 straight drive, and Gunnar Stockton showed that poise. He did. He put his big boy pants on, and he balled out. Like some of those drives that he had to make late in game were absolutely incredible. So I have Gunnar Stockton higher on my list than most too. But over Trinidad Chambliss, brother, you're pretty much a straight edge. The closest thing to a straight edge that I know, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you smoking dope though right now, bro. There's no way I have Gunnar Stockton over Trinidad Chambliss.
You at work high?
Yeah, bro, you at work high? You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Like, what's going on?
I'm thinking Gunnar over Ty Simpson.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm not a big Ty. I remember I was a good Ty Simpson guy. Then I was like, you
were huge on Ty Simpson.
I was big on Ty Simpson. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like Gunnar consistently is better.
Ty Simpson's first half of the season versus like the maybe I should say 70% of the season versus the 30% of the season. The 30% was horrible. The 70% was outstanding. Yep. Yeah. So and we know Nino's not huge on Gunnar. He said Gunnar's a 3rd round pick tops. We'll have to see how he performs this year.
I don't think Gunnar is a 1st round pick at all. I probably wouldn't choose. I might not even choose the 3rd round. To be honest.
He's probably a late day 2 pick, but it depends. He does have this season in front of him, but their offense under Mike Bobo, to me, at sometimes they were a little bit too lax. They relied on the strength of their wide receivers. There's like quick bubbles, smoke screens just to get them going. And I think at sometimes they were afraid to give the reins fully to Gunnar Stockton until they was in a position where they had to, like that Ole Miss game where it was a shootout, like the Tennessee game where it was a shootout. So you got Trinidad Chambliss at number 2. I'm a huge Trinidad Chambliss guy. You're a huge Trinidad Chambliss guy. So talk to me about who you got at 3.
At 3, I had Sam Levitt.
Yeah, Sam Levitt at 3. Well, Sam Levitt is high on somebody's list. I think it's D-Now's list. Sam Levitt is extremely high on D-Now's list. And I don't know everybody else's approach to it, and that's why I love that we don't give approaches. To me, it was on your production plus your projection. Like what do I think you're going to do this upcoming season on top of what you was able to do last season?
That's kind of how I kind of base it.
Yeah, Sam Levitt should produce. He has no excuses. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's exactly kind of how I do it. I try to go off more of a at the same time. I kind of go off projection for some.
Okay, that's fair.
I can see where we're Gunnar. Like in my opinion, I think. Well, like with the a number, because you remember the last bit of the SEC quarterbacks kind of they haven't really got their feet wet for real. You know, it's the Austin Simmons, Jared Curtis.
It's pure projection. It's pure projection.
Or 100%. Yeah. And I was like, I kind of lean. But I was like, he wasn't terrible at Arizona State. He wasn't. He didn't hit the hype that people were kind of expecting. You know, some people probably expected a better season. I don't feel like he was terrible. I don't feel like he was the best quarterback. I feel like he was an improved quarterback from the season prior. They just didn't reach the heights that they got to last year. Or
Yeah, your audio's getting fuzzy. Like I can make out some things, I can't make out others.
Season.
Yeah, so you might want to just
Can you hear me now?
Come back real quick. Yeah, I can hear you, but like I said, like you're making really solid points, and I can hear some of them. But like, just leave and come back in. So, Jalen's top 3 so far. We got Gunnar Stockton at number 1. We got Trinidad Chambliss at number 2, and then at number 3, he had Sam Levitt. And Sam Levitt is such an interesting story, and I know Jalen's going to leave out and come back in, so we'll get to more of his points on Sam Levitt. Sam Levitt is so interesting because some of the things and rumors that we heard about what was going on at Arizona State this past season is a little concerning, but he sometimes going into a new system, going to new structure, I think it's going to work out for him really well. Injuries derailed Levitt. Let me add this. If you were to add the stats trajectory, he would have been better than before 2024. I agree with you because we had the discussion on one of the episodes of Overreaction Monday. It was like, yo, he wasn't playing too bad. We just looked at it as, you know, he wasn't playing to his caliber. But for me, with Sam Levitt, it was some of the things we heard after the season, how he got injured. You know what I'm saying? It was a non-football related injury, which is crazy to me. And also, like, what was his relationship with his teammates? And that's one of those things. Yeah, you're good now. So talk to me about Sam Levitt. You was making some outstanding points about him, but your audio was hating on you. Yep.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm like, he didn't have the best season. He didn't have the season that people projected or that people wanted, but I feel like he was still a pretty good quarterback. You know, I don't feel like he was this Heisman candidate that some people was projecting. But, you know, and I feel like some people were kind of down on him this past season because they didn't reach the college playoffs. You know, Arizona State did get to the heights that they were. Some people projected. I don't know. I was kind of still iffy on them going into last season. But, but I mean, I feel like 3 is a perfect spot for him, especially because I feel like, okay, my list – 3 and 4 is a bigger gap than 4 and 5.
Who you have at 4?
3 and 4 is a bigger gap than 4 and 5. I had Arch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up? Like how would Gunnar Stockton would Nino asked a great question. How would Gunnar Stockton would have performed at Arizona State?
I think he would have performed well.
I think so too. I think he'd have been more locked in. I think he'd been more locked in than Sam Levitt too. Because I feel like
I feel like
I think Kenny Dillingham wants to be a disciplinarian, but I don't think he's there quite yet. Like I feel like he uses the media more so. Like you remember the rant he had, outstanding rant he had after day 1 of fall camp, and he was just like, "There's no passion here." I think he probably would have seen a little bit more of that with Gunnar Stockton. But from an intangible speaking and arm talent, stuff like that, yes, I do believe that Sam Levitt is the better quarterback. But who do I trust more? I absolutely trust Gunnar Stockton more. You take away the 5, offensive line, but then no, Nino, we have to talk about too that Arizona State is a more quarterback friendly system than Mike Bobo's system. Mike Bobo doesn't have the friendliest quarterback system. So we haven't seen anybody put up gaudy numbers in that system. We just haven't. So you have to look at that as well.
Hey, I actually want to know, Nino, what is it about Gunnar Stockton that you don't like?
That's a great question. I wish Nino would. I think Nino's at work right now. I wish he was able to jump on the show and tell us. Because
I like all the questions he's asking. I like all the questions.
He said, "In Gunner's exposed, you take away the 5-star offensive lineman at Georgia." That's hilarious, bro. But yeah, what is it about Gunnar Stockton you don't like?
He doing good with the 5 stars though. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the production would have been somewhere similar.
Can't hate on something he doing good. Like he working well with it.
Hey, man. One thing about my dog, Nino, he sticks to his gun. He's averaging pass game. I do put some of the blame on him, but I also put some of the blame on just the way Georgia set up. Georgia set up outstanding defense, 1-2 punch at running back, and then we've seen times when they've opened up the playbook, Gunnar Stockton have some success. We've seen it. Use his legs to be successful. Absolutely does do that. So talk to me about Arch Manning and your dismay with Arch Manning, because it's so frustrating. It is so very frustrating. Yes, it is. Because this kid's talent is through the roof, and I don't think people.
No, it's not.
How can you say that?
I feel like his deep ball accuracy is meh.
All right.
I feel like his accuracy overall is a little bit above average.
Name me a game that they had a bunch of success running the ball where he wasn't successful running the ball. They couldn't run the damn ball at all last year, Jalen.
It's hard to find.
They didn't protect him a great job too.
Yes, but at the same time, you can see the what am I word for, the deficiencies in just him as a quarterback.
So some of those don't go to Steve Sarkisian, like who got his ass kicked first game of the season versus Ohio State.
They go to Steve Sarkisian for recruiting.
He was seeing ghosts.
Yeah,
he was seeing ghosts. Not just the quarterback was seeing ghosts. Steve Sarkisian was seeing ghosts. He was on the sideline like I'd never seen him on the sideline. They couldn't figure out a way to run the ball. But then it's like we look at Arch Manning, and I think it was like the 500 Days of Summer movie when they do a great job of the montage of expectations versus reality. I think some people's expectations were through the roof, and I think you got sick of the Madden media cartel. Like, don't take away what he did in the bowl game, bro. Was it the Cheez-Its Bowl? Bro went nuclear. Don't take away what he did versus Texas A&M when Texas A&M was undefeated in a Lone Star Showdown, and he put on a show that game. Like, you can't take that away from him. And then the weapons that he had this year, they shored up the offensive line via the portal, and you gonna add Cam Coleman, Hollywood Smothers, and you already have Wingo there. I don't know. I'm punching the table with Arch Manning this year, bro. I'm really punching the table with him.
I'm not one to Texas A&M game.
He sure did. Sarkisian pissed down his leg in 25. He sure damn did.
He actually did more work on the ground than he did.
Which games?
Sark did, but I feel like Arch didn't.
Nah, that was some games that Arch played bad.
I ain't gonna say he pissed down his leg.
Earlier in the season,
Arch was dribbling down his leg.
Yeah. During lesser competition, he was. He absolutely was. He absolutely was, but I can see it. I promise you I can see it. So who you got at 5?
I got Byron Brown at 5.
I love that pick. I have a hot take. And you guys know that I've nailed a lot of these hot takes recently. That from a statistical perspective, Byron Brown may have the best statistics in the SEC this upcoming season.
Yeah.
He's going to run the ball. I think he's going to put on a show down there.
I was close to put him at 4.
Okay.
I was
see
like,
that. I'm a Byron Brown guy. I'm a Byron Brown guy.
Have a better season passing than Byron Brown.
Okay.
Which is why he didn't go there. Number 6, I had Lenore Sellers. I feel like he's
facts.
At the same time, I feel like he still had these deficiencies as a quarterback too.
Is it his fault though? Like, we're not looking at the whole thing though. Like, we're not gonna blame Mike Schuler, offensive coordinator. We're not going, and Shane Bleemer, who should have most of the blame.
Yeah,
like, why the students and the staff got to have a Mike Schuler protest, fire Mike Schuler protest? Like, why they got to do that? Shane Beamer should have been did that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, some of it is some of it is some of these quarterbacks just have inconsistencies that show up.
I dare you to go play quarterback.
That's kind of what happened with Lenore Sellers last year at times.
I dare you to go play quarterback for South Carolina last year. I absolutely dare you. I was there when they played Virginia Tech and Virginia Tech defensive line had like 5 sacks. Buddy was running for his life. I promise you. Virginia Tech defensive linemen were so small compared to South Carolina's offensive linemen, and they couldn't block him, bro. Like he got hurt because the offensive line couldn't block, and Mike Shula couldn't call a damn play to save his life. I'm not trying to make excuses for Lenore Sellers because we know the type of talent he has. Like, don't forget, coming into the season,
you just trying to come up with reasons, yeah.
Yeah, coming into the season, there was a thought that Lenore Sellers was going to have a Cam Newton type season, and he was going to be quarterback 1 for the 2026 NFL draft. Those were a lot of those thoughts.
I kind of knew.
I was sipping on that. I drink Added Free now. I was sipping on that G4, man. I believed it. But at the end of the day, like some of the play calls were just outdated. But some of it's on him too. Bad reads, bad throws. Some of it's on him.
Yeah, I didn't believe. Yeah, I just didn't believe that Lenore Sellers had going into last season. I think he was closer to Anthony Richardson than he is to Gunnar Stockton. Like,
you said what now?
I don't think Anthony Richardson was all that great either.
You said what did you say?
I feel like Lenore Sellers is closer to Anthony Richardson than Gunnar Stockton. Because I don't feel like Anthony Richardson was all that great too. I feel like he was a jag in college too. He just potential got him drafted number 3.
Did you just call Lenore Sellers just another guy?
Is he not?
No.
That makes him so amazing.
Did you not see some of the plays he made running for his life? Did you not see that play versus Virginia Tech? Like, buddy.
That's cool. He's still just another guy.
He said hut and literally 3 people in the backfield. And he has to run back like 7 yards, spin out of it, and picks up a marquee first down to end the game. Did you not see the post throw to Nick Harper? Again, like, are you watching the games?
Yes, I'm watching the games. It's just
I know you're watching the games. That's what's frustrating to me, Jalen. And you know ball. Like, what are you talking about right now? How's Lenore Sellers just another guy? I'm going to blame it on you attending a fall wedding, bro. And I'm going to blame it on that. You attended one fall wedding, goddammit, and you missed one kind of week of college football in a great statistical year. Oh, my God. This guy just called Lenore Sellers just another guy. But you know what, though? On second thought, I have him lower on my list.
College Anthony Richardson than college Gunnar Stockton.
He's better than Gunnar Stockton. He's better than Anthony Richardson. You don't think so?
No, he's better than Anthony Richardson. He ain't better than Gunnar Stockton.
Jalen,
he ain't better than Gunnar Stockton.
Schemes matter. Like, we gotta stop doing this in college football.
I know this, KT. I know.
I mean, just drop him into an offensive friendly system. I would love to see him at USC. Like, drop him into a quarterback friendly system, and where it's quick reads. Oh my God, he said Lenore Sellers was just another guy, but his numbers were pedestrian last year. But a lot of that ain't on him. Who you got next, bro? You have me more pissed off about your take on Lenore Sellers than you have an Arch Manning at 4. You have me more pissed off about that, bro. Damn, he did have Jag stats last year, though. He had Jag stats last year, though. I can't lie. 13 touchdowns, 8 INTs is crazy. That shit crazy. That's crazy, cuz. My bad, Jalen. That's crazy work. Damn, he only had 270 yards rushing last year. But see, the sacks counted against a lot.
Well, sack yards going to that.
Yeah.
Sack yards going to that.
Damn, brother. Shit. That's crazy.
No. Number 7, I got John Mateer. Okay. Mr. Mateer Magic.
We all lowly rated Mateer, and I feel like we're gonna eat some humble pie for it.
I do too. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, dang, Mateer low key could be above Arch Manning.
He was injured.
I'm sounding like a hater.
He was injured last year. No, you don't sound like a hater. He was injured a lot last year. Kind of see him disappear. It's a marquee games a season ago. I think he came back too early from injury.
Mm-hmm.
But
what was
there's
the game?
Something there.
Was it Georgia? They kind of disappeared near the end. What?
Yeah. It was that game. Even the Alabama game they won, he didn't do very much passing the ball, and he had talent around him. And Deion.
Was it Ole Miss? It might have been Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, the Ole Miss game. Yeah, because Ole Miss I think ended up winning that by like 12. So I don't know. There's two quarterbacks that I think will end up eating some humble pie.
I think that's the game I'm thinking of. He kind of went.
Yeah, it was a close game at first, and then Ole Miss took over. We got a 7.
Yeah, but I can see a world where, John Mateer was 7, but I can see a world where John Mateer leaps to number 4.
I can see that.
Or leaps to number 3. I don't know, but he did go pedestrian in big games last year, which was a big reason why I kind of dipped him down a lot, and he wasn't as good as what people expected.
I agree with that.
Number 8 is Marcel Reed, Mr. ATH himself.
Why is he so low on your list?
I feel like he still has a lot of room to grow as a passer. I feel like also some of the reasons, just because of the way he ended the season last year, I think he ended it the last 2 or 3 games with like 4 turnovers, like 1 touchdown.
He struggled versus South Carolina. The second half was amazing, but he struggled versus Texas. He struggled, but there was some poaching going on with his offensive coordinator, who's back in the Little Apple, and Colin Klein as the head coach in the Little Apple. But I can't continue not to place blame on some of these players. Some of these players deserve it. But there were games he looked magical, though. There were certainly, but at 8?
There was. Was it
if Sellers is just another guy, in your opinion, why is Marcel Reed also a jag to you?
What happens if I say yeah?
Nothing happens if you say yeah, because you're being truthful with how you feel.
Yeah, I feel like Marcel Reed is like, I don't know, because the way I base the jag is, if you're not a top quarterback, then you're really just an inconsistent quarterback that can cost your team's games. And I kind of don't like that. So I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you why
you will be a cool TikTok edit guy. You're a cool TikTok edit guy. I will say that, Marcel Reed. You're cool. You will do well on TikTok edits.
Hey, talk to him, Nino. Let him know. 4 straight seasons of South Carolina allowing 35+ sacks, brother. Thank you, Nino. I appreciate you, brother. I know you want to cook this man right now. Try to do my best, but I know you got more words for him. Yeah, well, I think here's why I don't think Marcel.
Wait, you said Nino did the list, right?
Yeah, he did a list.
Are y'all talking about the list on Overreaction Monday?
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's a Marcel Reed guy. I think we all got his list. I can tell you his list. You want to hear it?
No, you don't need to read it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually just no. You good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just
so
because I don't want to ruin anything. So,
yeah.
I rather hear live.
Yeah, this is great talk though. This is great talk. So to me, Marcel Reed isn't just another guy because what he does outside of the football field. You know how close Texas A&M players are offensively? Like they will all go over to his house and he will cook for everybody. Like that's why to me, like you know what I'm saying? Not. Yeah. Okay. He said Gunnar Stockton can't sniff Sellers ball back.
I mean, if you're talking about best teammate.
Let's go, dog. Who you got at 9, brother?
Hey, Nino funny, man. Nino,
hilarious.
I promise you. I promise you, Nino. Take off the hater shades like I probably need to for Archman. You'll see the good of Gunnar Stockton. You'll see the good of Gunnar Stockton.
That's funny because we all got quarterbacks we hate, and we all got quarterbacks who are down the hill for. You just talked about a guy Nino was down the hill for. Like that's the hill he would die on. It's Lenora Sellers, and I know he was gonna give you that smoke, bro. I agree. Boy, he said Sellers on Georgia would be wild. Absolutely. National champion.
Shoot. Let Nino have one in the chamber. I know who that shot going to.
Oh yeah, it's going to you. It's funny because Weez always say he love watching the shows Nino on because he be snapping. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Weez always say that. So tell me who your 10th one is.
My 10th, 9th, I got Keelan Russell.
Okay. So
just based on projection.
How do you? Yeah. We got some younger cats.
To go off of.
All right, and then 10th is who? 10th is who? He said Stockton is average at best.
Oh, you said what?
I said, who's 10th?
10th is Austin Simmons.
Okay.
We saw a little of him last year. Trinidad Chambliss became a thing, and Austin Simmons was kind of in the background. Although they did talk to me on 2-point conversions, stupidly enough.
So I think there's going to be this great debate with projections. Like, what do you have Jared Curtis at if he's on your list? What do you have Keelan Russell at? I think, goddamn, Jamario Taylor's going to light it up in Starkville this year with Jeff Lebby. We saw him towards the end of the season last year, and you could just see the flashes with the ability just to run alone, I think. So, and I think I already mentioned Austin Simmons. So there's going to be some great debates as we get later down the list. So I'll read my list off to you all.
Hold on, wait. I want to say this. George McIntyre will pass up Austin Simmons, Keelan Russell, Marcel Reed in due time.
I think that's great.
But
I think it's a great take.
Y'all gonna see some magic things from George McIntyre. I like George McIntyre. Been George McIntyre fan since he was a sophomore. So
have we seen a quarterback fail in that system since Hazel has been there and Heupel's been there? Nah. Who? Oh, Milton.
You don't want me to say the name I'm thinking of.
Joe Milton. Brother couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. Brother couldn't make a 5-yard out to save his life.
Joe Milton was a better quarterback in that system than Nico.
But I disagree with that. Nico wasn't bad in that system. Like, his stats weren't bad at all. But we saw Aguilar, who I just expected Tennessee not to have a great year at all. He tore it up, so that's why I said it's a great take. He said, how we going to say Material's about to blow, but Sellers won't? I think Material's the one we're going to eat some humble pie on. But Jalen's going to eat some humble pie on Sellers this year, though. I agree with that 100%. So let me give you my top 10. So Arch Manning, number 1. I'm high on the kid. I like the kid. I think last year's going to help Steve Sarkisian grow as a play caller. And he was already a magnetic and an outstanding play caller, but they need to find that run game.
So
go ahead.
So why Arch Manning over Trinidad?
You said why Arch Manning over Trinidad? Let's see. For starters, Lane Kiffin is gone. Offensive coordinator gone. Charlie Weiss is at LSU. Lane Kiffin is gone. Can they still keep that system that they had in place with a defensive-minded coach and Pete Golden? That's for starters. So Pete Golden got to go throughout this entire season. We're talking about spring camp. We're talking about winter workouts first, spring camp, summer workouts, fall camp. What would that preparation be like for a defensive-minded guy? I've been to fall camps, and you will see coaches like Brent Pry. He's always going to be somewhere around the linebackers. He's a defensive-minded coach. He can't help that. We saw the same thing down at FAU, right? Their head coach right there with the quarterbacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what you're going to see. So how will Pete Golden handle all of this? They're great in the college football playoffs. Stand-up job that they did.
He did good with that lane in the playoffs.
He did. But how will it be managing the whole team? He's already announced he's going to be calling plays defensively. So I have Arch based on that, based on the fact that they shored up the offensive line, based on the fact that I believe Texas is going to be able to run the ball this year. And their running backs cumulative last season averaged 3.2 yards per carry. In college football, bro, this ain't the NFL, and that's terrible in the NFL. We're talking about 3.2 yards per carry at the collegiate level, right? Hey, yo, Nino's going in right now, bro. He said material. Yeah, Nino's been consistent with that with material. So does Gunner need to grow at passing? But he's number 1. Yeah, he does need to grow at passing. Gunner won't get drafted above Jalen top 7. I think Jalen agrees with that, though, because he said he won't get drafted high. So, yeah, but for me, with Arch Manning, it's the fact that they shored up the offensive line. And they had great running backs last year, but they shored up the offensive line. I think Hollywood Smothers is going to flourish in that system than who he has at wide receivers. And I think that Arch has been listening to his grandfather a lot. Yo, don't forget that you know how to run. So I think we'll see him use his legs a lot more next year.
That's the best thing he got in his bag.
And that's probably true. At number 2, we got Trinidad Chambliss. Like I said, I'm interested to see how things work in Ole Miss. His best friend will be Kewan Lacey. Nah, you're not going to do it. Not on screen. Y'all can do it to me while we're playing 2K, but not on screen. You're not going to rage bait me here. But he'll have Kewan Lacey. What would the offense look like? I would imagine it'll still be a lot based in that veer and shoot principles. Because Lane Kiffin is weird. He runs like a spread / air raid / veer, because they give you all of those type of looks, but a lot of it, as far as the wide splits and stuff, is in veer. So I want to see what that looks like. But year 2 in that system, and it's his job, because it's different when you're the 2 guy. Like, man, I got this kid in front of me, but I think I'm better than him. But I don't think the coaches see that quite yet versus, this year. So, like I said, Trinidad Chambliss is that too. I think the kid is amazing. I think his story is amazing. He's deep-rooted in his faith. And that, to me, says what type of guy you are. I got Marcel Reed at number 3. I think we got to see what's going on with Holloman Wiggins at offensive coordinator. But Isaiah Horton, one of the sleeper pickups of the transfer portal season. Yes, Casey Concepcion is going to the NFL. They still got Mario Craver. But with Isaiah Horton, who was really consistent in the Alabama offense last year, I think is going to flourish in that system as well. But we do need to see that maturation in Marcel Reed this year. It absolutely has to happen. We got to get those turnovers down. And you can't disappear in games like you disappeared in that first half of the South Carolina game. And sometimes you disappear in that Lone Star Showdown as well. And you completely... The staff, the team at home in College Station in a playoff game versus Miami, you all disappeared. We can't have that this year. But I think I just believe in the kid. I do have Gunnar Stockton at 4. I believe he played better than I didn't think the guy was a good quarterback at all. I just didn't. I just thought he was going to be just a product of his environment. But there were games last year, we talked about it earlier, that Tennessee game, that showdown in Athens, where Ole Miss gave them everything that he can handle, and they put up points on the board. Number 5, I got Byron Brown, and he may finish with the best overall stats. I promise you. I believe in what the veer and shoot. For some reason, the 4-2-5, we've seen it in the SEC, struggles with those wide splits. We see them struggle with Ole Miss and pace. If you can have a wide split offense with pace, offensively you will have some success as long as you can continue to get first downs. I truly believe Gunnar Stockton's going to put up some crazy stats. Byron Brown's going to put up some crazy stats this year. Sam Levitt, no excuses there. I think they added Eugene Wilson down there and a Big Easy. Also added J.C. Brown from Kansas State. There's no excuses there. You need to perform. We got. What are you laughing at, brother?
Somebody just sent me a message, bro.
Okay. I'm about to say, what's going on here, bro? You want some smoke or something?
I'm afraid to send me a message, bro.
Nah, you good. I got John Mateer at 7.
I just looked at the phone. I was like, man.
I think John Mateer is going to be the guy that we're going to eat some humble pie with. I really do. I got Lenore Sellers at 8. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I have Lenore Sellers at 8 is because I'm starting to lose faith in Shane Beamer. I think he was a lot to blame. We blame Mike Shula for the struggles last year and that offensive line for the struggles last year. But at some point, you have to throw loyalty out of the window and say, hey, I got this kid who parents believe in me. The kid believes in me, but we're not doing our best to protect this kid. So what does that look like this upcoming year? And then I struggled with 9 and 10. I really did. I got Keelan Russell. Alabama has lost a lot. So I got him at 9. I got Jared Curtis at 10. Just because I believe what Clark Lee and company is building down in Nashville. Kamario Taylor will have a Marcel Reed type debut. I agree. Jeff Lebby runs a very similar system. And yes, I like what I saw out of Kamario Taylor at the end of last season. I agree with that 100%. So those are our top 10 quarterbacks. Jalen, let's talk about what is next on our itinerary, brother? Is it the bounce backs?
Bounce back years from
so there's a couple of programs that struggled a little bit last year. What are some programs in your opinion that's going to have some bounce back years?
So Virginia Tech is one. New coach, James Franklin. No matter where James Franklin goes, he can win. Mm-hmm. Now, big games, he won't win. Mm-hmm. College football playoffs, he won't get to. At least at Penn State. At Virginia Tech, he could.
He has the capability to do it.
Yeah. He can win the college football play. He can make the college football playoffs at Virginia Tech. He can make the championship game at Virginia Tech.
Absolutely.
I think they will have a bounce back season. What will look like? I could see 8 wins. I could see 9 wins. but really no more than that.
Okay.
Another bounce back season will be. They were okay. I feel like Clemson will have a bounce back season, but
They will. They will.
Yeah, I feel like they have a bounce back season.
I see that fire.
Even
in
though I don't
Dabo's
like
eyes
Dabo,
again.
even though I feel like Dabo should have got fired.
You think he should have got fired?
But I believe
I
in
like
the
the
roster.
fire. I like the fire that Dabo has right now. Like him going at Pete Golden. Like no indirects, no subliminals. Went straight at Pete Golden. I've been reading the reports that Moon have been putting out on THECFBNation.com, and I like what they're building. And these typically are the type of years like Clemson is finally finished in the ACC, and then Dabo got a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Right there, ready for you. And he used the portal a lot this year, not just for kickers and long snappers, but like legitimate players. He used the portal for this year. One of them was even stolen by your guy Pete Golden. So
Yeah.
there's a guy.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
think
Clemson have a
anybody
bounce
had on
back
their
season.
list.
I feel like Florida State will also have a bounce back season.
No.
Florida State.
No.
Really?
No.
Not at all?
No. Hell no.
Well,
No.
I don't mean bounce back as in 10 wins or anything.
No,
I just
know
think,
what you mean. You mean bowl
they'll be
eligibility.
flirting with, they'll be flirting with 6 wins.
No.
At all, really?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
Why do you think so?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm high on them. I just think they'll be flirting with bowl eligibility. I'm not gonna guarantee.
Malzahn retire?
Yes, he did. He did.
And the reason we liked Florida State earlier in the season last year was that power spread. They was able to run the ball. They were able to make plays at the outside. I don't know. I don't know if I believe anymore, and I want to because the sport is so much better when they're better. But that'd be interesting.
Also had potentially Syracuse.
All right.
I don't know how you feel about them this upcoming season. I feel like if what's my guy name? Was it Angeli? If he didn't get hurt last year, they
were magnetic.
Yeah, I think if he didn't get hurt last
Fran
year,
Brown. Fran Brown isn't well liked on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he was his first season. He was his first season. Last year he wasn't. He was his first season. And then I got a player. I feel like Ryan Williams will have a bounce back season.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
I feel like one, his back is against the wall. Two, I feel like they're going to make more of an effort this season, and he's going to make more of an effort to silence some critics. They say he's scared to go over the middle. I feel like he's going to do that a little more this season. Okay. I feel like Keelan Russell might look for him more this season. Yeah, I just feel like he'll have a bounce back season. It's going to be there. I ain't going to say he'll have a star top 5 receiver season or anything like that, but I can see where he puts up similar numbers to his freshman year, if not a little bit better. But
I like it. Mississippi State was one of the first teams on my list. We talked about Jamario Taylor a little bit earlier. Jeff Lebby, though they were 5-7, I believe they finished the year at 5-8. They did make a bowl game last year. Mississippi State. How do you feel about the Zach Arnett hiring? I didn't like him as a head coach, but as a defensive coordinator, I believe he is outstanding. But it's just so tough in the SEC year in, year out. So they were one of the first teams that came to mind. I'm not sure if bounce back will be the best verbiage for Kentucky, but I think the fans will start to believe again. Kenny Minchie was left on a lot of people's list. A lot of people may be eating humble pie, including myself, with Kenny Minchie and what he'll be able to do down there in Kentucky. Let me think of some other teams. UCLA is one of those teams that come to mind as well if they could just put it all together with newly named head coach Bob Chesney. In Auburn.
Your UCLA is my Florida State.
Yeah. You don't believe in UCLA?
UCLA.
I can figure they were competitive in some games last year. I didn't think they were competitive and they were competitive in some games, but I think Bob Chesney will bring a new mantra. You and I both know it, and you was the one that hit me to it. Like Chip Kelly didn't know recruiting his last year before he left, and he was looking to either run to the NFL or ended up being, Ohio State's offensive coordinator. So I believe they're going to figure that out, and I do believe Auburn may be back.
Yeah.
I just get that feeling with the amount of players that they brought from USF, their ability to compete with high-end teams. Last year, that system just works in the SEC versus the 4-2-5. I can't put a finger on why the Veer and Shoot is so successful in that conference, but it really is. I think it's more successful than the air raid is in that conference from an offensive scheme perspective. But I think Auburn, like when I look at the new coaches there, Ryan Silverfield, who's in Arkansas, I think he has a steeper hill to climb up. The resources are certainly more plentiful in Gainesville, but I'm interested to see what it looks like for John Summerall in year one. But I believe Auburn football is going to be really interesting this year with Alex Golesh. We remember just a few seasons ago in 2022 where Tennessee took that lead by storm, and who was the offensive coordinator was Alex Golesh. We were placing a lot of acclaim for Josh Heupel and building that system because, Josh Heupel is a Veer and Shoot guy, but that was Alex Golesh's team that had that success, and I believe that Auburn can have that same success. And your group chat is going off right now, brother.
My fault. I'm talking about what we was talking about earlier. They were asking me questions. I was like, man, it's so and so.
Yeah. You had to explain to the squad. So, I think we have a good list of teams here. I feel like there's one we're forgetting. I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off. Mm-hmm. I think Nebraska has been and still is the most overrated team in college football, bro. Like, for the last couple of years, we've been talking about 10-win seasons for Nebraska, bro. And I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't get it. And I grew up a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan, but I don't see it. But Florida State one, I think is you can be right with it, but I just think that's a dangerous one. I think Wake Forest is trending in the right direction. I think Louisville will always be there. Mario Cristobal has Miami there. And Miami should win that conference without a doubt this upcoming year. And then I love what James Franklin has been able to do, how they flipped the recruiting, how he kept their former head coach and Brent Pry as the defensive coordinator, because Brent Pry is an elite defensive coordinator.
I'm surprised he went back.
Well, you got kids. His father was a coach, so he grew up, being a coach or wanting to be a coach. He understands the business. If his family likes the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, Zach Arnett went back to Mississippi State after a horrific year there, or what was that, 2023? Mm-hmm. So, like, if your family loves the community and really love living there and your kids like going to school there, why not? Why not? Which he was probably going to end up taking a year off anyway. You know what I'm saying? And probably was going to stay there anyway, so why not just be a part of the program? And somebody that you trust. He trusts James Franklin. I think if it was anybody else, he probably wouldn't have did it. But him and James Franklin had a lot of success with him being at Penn State. You got any last words you want to add, brother, before we get up out of here?
I don't think so. No, I don't know what the big deal about Gunnar Stockton is. I feel like he's a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. I feel like Archman's a little overrated. I feel like Lenore Sellers is a jag.
Wow.
I don't.
Just another guy.
Yeah, he close to he closer to college Anthony Richardson than he is to Gunnar Stockton. But
Lenore Sellers' stats, just from a passing perspective, with a worse line and probably worse talent around him, is leaps and bounds better than AR5 or 15, whatever people was calling him back.
I think Lewis is better than Anthony Richardson. I never got why Anthony Richardson was the number 3 pick. That never makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of
I get potential. He always.
It was purely potential, but great episode as always, man. Shout out to College Football.
Wait. Your boys got DJ Moore.
Hey, I'm happy about that, man. When I woke up, it was the first thing I seen. I was like, yo, this makes me happy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get DJ Moore. Yes, he'll be 29 in a couple of weeks. But I think he can be a bona fide number 1. Now, I would like to get somebody else to go with him and Shakir, but we run so many double tight end sets.
I honestly feel like he would have had like 1,100 yards this season if Caleb looks for him early in the season. He was looking at Odunze most of the season. Then Odunze kind of started being inconsistent, and so they started looking more at DJ Moore. And Bears fans will hate on DJ Moore, talking about how he didn't give effort that last play that Caleb Wilson threw an interception on against the Rams. But really, they really just gonna use that and Luther Burden to cope with the fact that they don't know ball and they don't know that DJ Moore is really their best wide receiver.
Yeah. I think DJ Moore is going to be a stud with us. Like I said, I would like to get another piece, but like I said, I was happy to see that DJ Moore is in Buffalo. And then we have this thing with Carolina because our damn GM came from Carolina. Our old coach Sean McDermott came from Carolina, and we've always picked up pieces from Carolina. DJ Moore came from Carolina, and he's had success with Joe Brady as his offensive coordinator. Joe Brady is our head coach now, and he still will be calling plays. So I do like the fit, but I still think we need one more piece. It's just the fact of the matter. I hear we were calling for A.J. Brown too, but to get him for what we getting for a mid-round pick, like a fifth or fourth, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. Why don't y'all draft a receiver?
We probably won't. We need another D tackle because Ed Oliver has become half man, half season. We need help at corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Trey played great, but he's older. There was a reason we cut him a few years ago. Those pass interference calls versus the Broncos weren't on him. It is what it is. It was just called. So, but I would still like to keep him on the roster for player development, mentor, stuff like that. I would like us to get a corner if we can move up in the corner. Or there is a guy, that played at Texas A&M last year, Casey Concepcion, who the first day I seen him in Raleigh, I went to their spring practice his freshman year, and I was texting the entire time. I don't know who this Casey Concepcion kid is, but he's amazing. So I would, if he fell, I would love to get him. Or if Mekhi Lemon just somehow magically fell because people don't like the way he interviewed. Hell.
Mekhi Lemon probably might be my favorite receiver in the draft.
He is for me.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. It really ain't. But, I'll get it, bro. But, yeah, man, it's been fun. Can't wait to get on 2K tonight. Hoop. Hopefully I ain't cussing nobody out. You know what I'm saying?
No, you will.
I've been hitting the mute button, man. The mute button works a lot. But did you see that they officially fixed lag switching? What's the name? You saw Ronnie 2K? Man, but Ronnie 2K be with the lag switchers. I don't really understand that, bro. Like, he be with them, yeah.
It's Ronnie.
Let me shut up for Ronnie end up banning me, man.
I'm down to play 2K today. I ain't played yesterday at all.
Yeah. I ain't played in a while. So I think I'm going to play a warm-up game in Random Rec. But I found a new camera angle.
Oh, my gosh, KT. Let me tell you. Hold on. Before we get on, let me tell you about Random Rec yesterday. My brother played Random Rec yesterday. I was watching him. The worst PG. I had to go on the mic and talk trash to PG because he was terrible. PG was 2 points, 1 for 8, no assist.
Wow. You go 1 for 8 and I had 1 assist. You got to see me. Yo, we got to have a conversation because you don't understand basketball. like forget the understanding 2K because we know it's the difference between IRL basketball and 2K. You don't understand basketball, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. Then the next game, he had 6 points because I was talking so much trash to him that him and my brother ended up being in the same game twice.
Wow.
So, I was like, man, you the worst PG you play with. So the first play of the summer, and then there had to be like some 15-year-old something. He wasn't a little kid, but he wasn't an adult either, bro. So the first play of the next game, he passed the ball to my brother open. My brother make the shot. I grabbed the control from my brother. I'm like, yeah, good boy. Keep passing me the ball. I told him, I said, you got the first good boy PG game.
Hey, bro, you like the guy out there playing with the 6th graders and blocking all their shots, getting all their rebounds. Hey, that's crazy, man. But yeah, I found a new camera angle that's like that. Shout out to my dog Spam 101, one of the best 2K players in the world. Yeah, he gave me his camera angle, bro. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. As I always like to say, there's no more victories in the sport that survive in the fans. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. Until next time, y'all take care, man.